Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. Yes, as you can see, I am home back in the old Waldwick, which I am repping today. Getting ready to go down. Well, I got a haircut, as you can see. The beard is a little bit cleaned up. I'm looking a little fresher than I was yesterday. But the other reason, though, besides the haircut and the trim, the haircut, it was just a cleanup, But the beard was really the main focus this time around. But main reason I'm here is tonight I've got a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, 2, 3 IMAX marathon. I'm so pumped that I get to watch all three back to back to back in IMAX leading into the new movie tonight, which should hit hopefully around midnight. It's gonna be like a 6:45, so I don't think they'll do trailers. But either way, you play it out even between 6:45, 7, probably gonna hit the main movie come midnight. But while I was home, I knew that there was a little trailer that's dropping to be specific in roughly 5 minutes. I'm already on YouTube. I'm in a little wait that people are going crazy in the chat. It's so fun to watch the YouTube chat sometimes because it'll slow down, you'll be able to read it, and then all of a sudden it'll just be everybody's talking at one time, and you're like, I can't read anything that's happening. But I tell you, people in the chat, they're psyched, and they're psyched for a reason. And it's the same reason I'm psyched, because I loved Part 1, and I cannot wait to see what Denis Villeneuve gives us with Part 2, which features a lot of my favorite things from this book adaptation. What am I talking about? Why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat? We are getting ready to take a look at the official trailer for Dune Part 2. Let me just make sure it is the official trailer. And I'm stoked. I loved Dune Part 1. Dune was something I've mentioned in the past. I grew up watching on TV. That was one of my early space adventure getaways. With that and Star Wars. And ironically, Dune was a huge inspiration for Star Wars as far as the book material goes, not necessarily the movie. And when I heard Denis Villeneuve was going to do Dune and break it into 2 parts, I was like, the thing that people always ripped on it for was trying to do the entire book in one movie. And it didn't, quite hit right. So y'all convinced me after my first trailer reaction for Dune to read the book, and I did. I didn't read it, not per se. I listened to it with Audible. I love the book. And then Denny drops Part 1, and it's they had to trim some stuff out to make it work for screen and from a storytelling perspective to allow an outside audience to understand what's going on, because there's a dense history inside of this book, which is massive. But I thought the things that he trimmed out, I thought the stuff that he elevated and did right off the page, it was one of the best screen adaptations I had personally ever seen in my life. And that just got me super psyched for Part 2, because almost all of my favorite things in the book take place after Paul has gone and lived with the Fremen. We're going to see Paul literally become a superhero. It's like I said, Lucas was very inspired by Dune, and Paul is very much kind of, like an Anakin. And it's a lot of fun to see what happens when he's with the Fremen. And when we get into the Fremen, that means several things that get me super excited for this movie, specifically people who are going to get more time on screen. And we'll start with the most obvious, and that's Zendaya. Everybody was pissed that girl was barely in the first movie, which I knew was going to be the case because I had listened to the book. But once we get in with the Fremen, plenty for Chaney. Her and Paul's story is great. I'm very excited to see that play out on screen. Obviously, we'll be hanging with Rebecca Ferguson as well, Paul's mom, Lady Jessica. And her story is going to be pretty cool. And it will involve a character that currently is not listed on here. So I don't know if we'll... I wonder if they'll tease that at all. I guess I don't know. I'm very fascinated to see how they take on that character, but I won't spoil anything. And then, obviously, Dave Bautista is another one that I'm excited for, because Beast Ravan actually gets to kind of go in a little bit. More than he gets in what they gave him in Part 1. So that'll be certainly a lot of fun. Same for Josh Brolin's Gurney Halleck. I definitely look forward to that. Chris Walken coming in here to play Emperor Shaddam IV. I can't wait to see that interpretation. And along with him, you got Princess Irulan Carino, who will be played by Florence Pugh, who I absolutely adore. But I think outside of getting to watch Paul ascend to a godlike figure among the Fremen, mild spoilers, I'm very excited to see Timothée Chalamet take that on. But the thing I am most excited about when it comes to Part 2 is going to be that final showdown between Paul Atreides and FEYD-RAUTHA Harkonnen, Beast's little brother. And or maybe it's his cousin. I can't remember now. I haven't listened to the book in a while. Got to freshen up before the movie comes out. But, basically the guy who's going to ultimately get sent after Paul will be FEYD-RAUTHA, who will be portrayed by Austin Butler. And from what I'm hearing, Butler is scary. Like, Chalamet is he is frightening. And he's also bald. And I can't wait to see all of that go down. I think FEYD-RAUTHA is a perfect role for Butler. He's wiry. He's got the look, and it's a matchup. Like, when you put Butler against someone like Timothée Chalamet, that seems like an even kind of matchup, and it should be a lot of fun to see Butler extend out into like some of the action stuff, some of the same stuff I'm excited about with Chalamet. We're gonna get to see more action in this movie, and I'm really just excited to see how Denis brings that to life. And obviously, knowing this is fully shot in IMAX, like, if you didn't figure it out on the first movie, you better figure it out for this one. You got to go see this one in IMAX, man. You need the biggest screen physically possible to see anything Dune related. All right, we are under a minute. So I'm going to get the trailer set for myself. Let's get the trailer up for you guys. We're just in wait mode right now. It is set to begin any moment. We're counting down 50 seconds till we go live. I cannot wait. We'll skip this 45 seconds for you guys and just get right into the trailer reaction for Dune.
It's breathtaking.
It is breathtaking.
When you see sand here, imagine
Arrakis.
dive in. You can't reach the bottom.
You dive.
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you.
Don't know anything about what. I can't wait for Zendaya
In
and
the shadows
Chalamet.
of Arrakis lie many secrets.
The blue
The
eyes.
darkest of them all may remain.
Yo, I like that. Oh, nice.
The end of House Atreides. Your father didn't believe in revenge.
Dude, oh man. Fury will rise.
What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
Gurney. Oh! Oh, Fade! Yo! Yo! Oh, let's go, son.
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Yeah, the first ride. Oh, that's right. Worm riding, baby.
Don't try to impress anyone.
Yo, let's go.
Brave, we all know that. Be simple. Be direct.
Oh, baby! Yo, let's go.
Nothing fancy.
I understand.
Yo, let's go.
Nothing fancy.
Everything's fancy with Paul, baby. Ride that worm, kid. This year. Dude, I like all of this black and white stuff. Long live the
Gave them
fighters.
something to hope for.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Chip and shatter, baby. Oh, son, that looks so good. They didn't even give like. Oh man, I love Denis, man. I love Denis Villeneuve, man. That dude, you can tell. I mean, you can tell us in the first movie, but like that dude gets it, and I cannot wait for Dune Part 2. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, like just the stuff that they're teasing, it looks so good. I cannot get over Austin Butler. Dude, I heard he was bald. And, like, he was scary. But, like, I did not know that, like, that's what we were going to get. It's a little tough to friggin' find, but like that first shot of him, dude, like with the like, yo, like the complete white and that black and white, I can't, like that. But yeah, Butler is gonna be like, this is one of these things where, knowing what Dune is already bringing with it reputation-wise, right? Like, this was an Oscar darling. It didn't win, but it was certainly in all the conversations. Denis was in there. I think with this movie, you might see some more acting nominations come out of things from this. But, like, this is a movie, like, the minute it came out, everybody was like, yo, this Dune movie, you're not messing around. And I'm telling you, like, everything is going to be dialed up even more. But that showdown between Paul and FEYD-RAUTHA, like, is gonna hit, and man, dude, like, it's just, I'm like, my brain feels like is broken right now. Like, I can't keep track of my own thoughts, but what you're seeing there, I mean, like I said, I can't wait to watch Javier Bardem, who will be playing Stilgar, kind of start to teach Paul the ways of the Fremen. And, like, I can't wait to see how Denis builds this. That's where I was going. But, like, knowing something that was in the Oscar conversations, won Best Cinematography, might have won some of the other technical awards that year. But knowing that, like, that movie is already going to hearken everybody to be looking at it for award season. Butler coming off of Elvis last year. FEYD-RAUTHA, if Denis does it right, could be like Oscar worthy for supporting actor, and that would be so dope. And just visually, like, the makeup team is already like, moving to the front of the line, and Greg Fraser is one of the best out there. He should have been nominated last year for the Batman. That's still a travesty that movie wasn't nominated for cinematography, because what Fraser did, I've never seen, like, cameras used in the way that he did it, specifically around the chase sequences and some of the, like, that movie's so gorgeous. But he'll be in the conversation to defend his Dune title with Dune Part Two, and already, like, again, gotta be on the biggest screen possible. And I love seeing Princess Irulan, like, record things, because when you read the books, like, in front of chapters, they'll have, like, little blurbs or things from other books or writings or fables that are connected to Paul Atreides. And Princess Irulan has an entire book that we see sections of as you go, specifically even further on, like past the first book. So, like, when you're seeing her do stuff like that, I was like, oh man, this is like from the excerpts of, like, Princess Irulan's, like, writings or whatever. There's Dune fans are gonna rip on me because I can't remember the titles of anything right now, but yeah, I mean, like, that was kind of like a cool little nod to, like, that type of stuff. And anytime I see the way that Denis is adapting this, it's just, it looks so good. And yeah, I mean, like I said, we only got teases of things in here for an official trailer. There's plenty of stuff that we haven't seen, but certainly the writing of a warm, like, if you don't want to get into everything, like, that was the perfect thing to get fans hyped. Like, Paul's first ride is a really big deal in the book. So, like, to get to see that come to life, like, that's your first Dune Part 2 experience, here for that. And then you just litter it around with all the other things, like what's going on with Rebecca Ferguson. Obviously, you can see some of the eyes already going real blue. Lady Jessica, she gets in on the spice melange. I love, oh man, and we'll get into the spice a lot more in this one too, which is really exciting. But I mean, no shock here, everything looks phenomenal, and for what my expectations are for Part 2 and what we should be seeing from Denis this time around, we're right there. I am psyched. I cannot wait for Dune Part 2. The question is, what about you? How big of a Dune fan are you? I know you book readers, you came after me on Part 1, and you got me in just entrenched in this Dune lore and into the books, and I thank you all immensely for that. If you have not read the books, I highly recommend it. The Audible versions are fantastic, but, now I'm coming in with the knowledge. My Doonies. How pumped, I don't even know if that's the right terminology for y'all. But my Dune fans, my book readers, how exciting is this after Part 1? I mean, like I said, I'm going to go back and listen to the book going into the movie, because literally that's what I did the first time. Like, I finished the book, and it was like a week later the movie came out. I'm definitely going to do that again. Want it to be fresh, but I mean, they're ripping stuff right off the page once again. Just the adaptations that we're seeing, they look fantastic. So what's popping for you? And if you haven't read the books and you dug the first movie, what here is getting you excited? Like I said, man, there's a different kind of build with this one, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for those that aren't familiar. So anything that you guys got, man, whether you've seen it, you've read it, whether your brain is working better than mine or not, anything you got on the official trailer for Dune Part 2, I want it good, bad, indifferent down below in the comment section. Look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime we're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions, you want to be here as we approach Dune later on this year. Want to know what I'm thinking with the next trailers and what my thoughts are coming out of the theater. You want to be here to see what I got to say about Guardians Volume 3 going tonight, baby. I'm stoked. I'll definitely have coverage going. Check, be on the lookout for shorts, things that I can get out on my phone while I'm at the movie theater. But yeah, we'll definitely have thoughts on all three of them, how they tie together. You want to be here for any of that stuff. You just like this wild and crazy guys vibe, and you want to show a little love and support. Well, hey, come join C-Maniac Nations where you can do all those things, and it's super easy. You just jump over there, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time for the C-Mans, Cinema Sit Down. I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace. Oh, you guys are still here. You snuck up on me. You must be looking for more of this guy. Well, I got two video options for you, man. Right up here and right over here. And if you want all those C-Man goodies, well, hey, come join the squad right on over there, and I'll catch you on the next one.